In Jacksonville, a lot of people do things and kind of ask forgiveness later. So I gave the city a bunch of beautiful art, and now I'm kind of asking for forgiveness.
His street art has become quite the talk around town, and if you drive through San Marco or Riverside, it's pretty hard to miss. You are taking a live look right now at some of it. A local artist speaking out tonight about why he has painted city-owned property without asking for permission.
This is the way they looked. I mean, just absolutely destroyed, gray box, gray spray paint all over it.
With a bandana covering his face and wearing a hat and glasses in hopes of concealing his identity, this artist, who calls himself Keith Haring's ghost, asked us to distort his voice because he says he doesn't want this to be about him.
I think the art is all homage to the artist Keith Haring, who died in 1990. It's his art, and I thought that art speaks a language that people readily understand.
This summer, in the wee hours of the morning with a team of lookouts, he says he started painting city-owned traffic signal control cabinets, about a dozen to date throughout San Marco and Riverside.
You know, I'd like to just be kind of a public discussion, you know. There are people in the city who have been made aware of my identity on a need-to-know basis, so they can contact me and talk to me.
We met him next to this one on Hendricks Avenue. During our conversation, fans shouted out in support of his artwork, with one even walking up to get a picture with him.
It's great. You take an ugly gray box and you turn it into something that looks cool and looks, you know, unity and all that. I'm full support of that down here.
This is pretty clear what these images mean. You know, it's peace, love, equal rights for human beings.
Keith Haring's ghost says he has heard police want to arrest him for vandalizing city property. We reached out to the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and got this response. Quote, "We don't comment on active investigations."
I'm not trying to cause trouble. I'm not trying to be malicious. I'm just trying to beautify the city that I grew up in.
And until he can work something out with the city, he says he won't paint any more city-owned boxes.
So I'm asking the mayor and the city council to, one, work with the street artists in the city to give it, you know, let us have more art.
Now, the Cultural Council of Greater Jacksonville points out that there is an art in public places ordinance that mandates a process for art selection. He did not follow that in this case. We've linked that ordinance to our website. The mayor's spokesman, David DeCamp, says the chief city attorney had no knowledge of this street art until the media called. And you can read more of his statement and more about JSO's efforts to crack down on graffiti on our website, firstcoastnews.com.
Very interesting.